And here is the first boss we're going to be fighting today, the Darkling. You especially don't want to dance with him in the pale moonlight. But his level is pretty easy. There are a few more environmental hazards, and if you want, you can just walk straight off the bottom if you want, though I don't know why you would want to do that. But yeah, these flames are pretty much the biggest worry around here. They're an environmental hazard, and they do take off quite a bit of health if you touch them. So what I like to do when I can is I like to get a running jump over them, just so that I can be sure that I cleared them. And pretty much every enemy in this level can be cheesed with the mid-air fist, so here we go. I think another guy's coming for me, actually. I'll go to him. There we go. Here's something else you can do. You can just kind of slam them with your fist and then kick them up with your boot, though I only recommend doing that if there's one on the screen at a time. And yes, that was a tornado I just punched out. You can punch tornadoes out with your bare hands, which I suppose is the mark of a true man/adult toad. Jump over this guy, and now there's going to be a tornado right here. I don't like to approach him at the pit. I'm just going to jump over him, and then I'm going to hit him in the air. Although when the tornadoes hit you, they don't take off any life. They just kind of are a distracting thing. They don't actually hurt you any. So yeah, you have to do a running jump here, or else when you get nicked by the flame, you'll get thrown off into the pit. So it's kind of hard to execute a run sometimes. But hey, if you go far enough forward, I guess he'll fall in the pit, so that's pretty awesome. Here we go, just keep on moving forward. Alright, two of these guys. Two of these guys is not as terrible as it sounds. See, I knocked them both out with the Fist of Fury. And there are a few rope hanging segments around here, but they're nothing to worry about. I should have waited for him to jump off the cliff, but you can't just kind of tap him into the pit. Here we go. Woo! How did I almost not make that? Maybe I need to be more careful. I think there's another one coming up. Yep. Okay, I think there is an enemy just over the way here. If I wait... Nope, nobody's coming. Ah, these guys. They can also be... I'm going to go ahead and throw him off the pit so I don't have to worry about him. There are a few of those guys in this level, but you can either choose to pick them up and throw them, or you can do the mid-air fist thing. It's a little harder to hit them with your fists than it is other enemies, and I just did a normal jump, which I recommend not doing. I was lucky to have made it over that. Here we go. You don't actually have to jump from one rope to another, which is nice. And now I think we're just about at the Darkling. Very easy boss. He just kind of flies in. You just want to be careful not to touch him. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, he takes off half your life, so I was glad to have a full life bar there. He will also swoop down without stomping the ground, but when he stomps the ground, he'll fly to the other side, and then you just trade places with him. But for the most part, you just jump and touch him in the air like this. Huh, he didn't move as far forward as he did the last time he stomped around. But he's an easy boss all the same. And we move on to level 4, which is kind of like Surf City. And there will also be pits in this level. They're no fun. Down to the van, down by the river. And the Wicked Wurm is possibly a contender not just for easiest boss in this game, but probably the most pathetic boss in any Game Boy game ever. He would definitely top a list of very pathetic bosses. This can be kind of a tough jump to make sometimes, actually. But I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to do it! Yes, there we go. Kind of hard jump to start a level off with. And these guys, you can't actually touch them until you're right up on them. At which time you will unleash your anvil fist on them. These are kind of hard to deduce the timing of sometimes. And when I jump, I like to jump straight up and lose a life. I like to jump straight up and to the right before I touch them. Wow, I was kind of hoping to hang on to all my lives kind of early, but I guess we'll have to make do. And here is probably the hardest jump in the level right here. You got to jump way out and get this done. Okay, whew! Well, actually, the worst of this level is over now. The jet ski segments are a lot of fun. We'll be coming up on that very shortly, as soon as we deal with more rocks coming out of the water. Those are kind of hard to jump between, but like I say, just go straight up and then forward, straight up and then forward, and you should be able to deal with them fairly easily. And here's the jet ski part of the level. We will, again, just like in Volkmeyer's Inferno, be passing through a few waves of obstacles. For the log part here, I just stick around at the top. I don't want to know if I can be hit by these things. I just jump over the ones that come close to me. They go faster and faster. Oh, wow, yeah. So you can be hit by them. But luckily they're not an instant kill like some other things in this level. And that is the only whirlpool that sits still. The others will try to chase you like a jerk. Here we go. Alright, making pretty good progress here. And when you get near a whirlpool, you either want to scoot past it or just jump over it. Jumping over it is generally the best way to avoid them, so though some of them... Wow! Aw, really? From off screen? That was a jerk move right there. But yeah, some of the whirlpools really come after you. They really try to get you. And the tentacles, this is the easiest part. Just jump over anything that looks like it's remotely coming near you. This part's really short, actually. The hard segment, well, not the hard segment, but the one you really want to watch out for is next. We got these tandem rafts moving up and down. 2 rats apiece. I hope they're enjoying themselves. Lovely day in the swamp, yes. Why, hello there. I see you're trying to kill me. Good day to you too, sir. But yes, the double rat rafts are an instant kill if you hit them. So, but they're not that hard to avoid. This isn't exactly the spiked walls in level 2 or anything. So once we get to this part, we will be on the Wicked Wurm, I do believe. And he is probably one of the easiest bosses I have ever had the pleasure of playing against. All you gotta do is corner him. All you gotta do is get close enough to just whack his life meter. And then you jump and hit his flying head. He doesn't actually have any attacks. Although he is kind of harder to hit once he starts flying. And he is getting a little uncomfortably close to my personal bubble here. Okay, but he's flying backwards now. Okay, good. And once you kill him, we're going to call it a day. And now we're not done with the worm yet. The next person we're going to have to fight is his ugly, stupid, one-hit kill brain, who we will deal with in a maze level that used to really trip me up when I was a kid and is probably the main reason people throw this game at the wall. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, which is going to be tomorrow.